Let me know if you can actually see my screen. Can see? Can full screen? Is it full screen for the slides? Because sometimes it doesn't appear. Very good. Thank you for telling me, Celestine. That's nice. Okay, quick response is actually very, very me. So let's look at this question here. Mosquito question seems to be very, very popular. How many of you already are aware that mosquito question seems to be quite popular over the years? Timothy, good. Yes, Avril, yeah. So we are going to be very careful when we handle mosquito questions, even though we put it under life cycle. Do you realize that sometimes the question is not exactly about life cycle? They gave you some data to analyze, right? Then from the data, you answer question. So under what topic can we classify that in? It's actually about the graph reading skills, okay? It's about graph reading skills, analyzing data, understanding the data, and apply it in the question. So even though we classify it here, okay, many times the questions doesn't ask you about the different stages in the cycle, even though some years they do. Now, 2020, booklet B, I know you have seen the one for 2021, 22, and 23. So let's look at 20. Now, oil is sprayed on stagnant water as shown. So they ask you how this prevents mosquitoes from breeding. Some of you will struggle with this kind of answer, right? So how do you write the answers? Take note. Breathing tubes, right? So the breathing tubes, you can see breathing tubes of these larvae, right? Mosquito larvae is actually being covered by the layer of oil. So the mosquito larva can no longer be receiving oxygen from the air and it will die. This is going to happen to all the larvae inside the water, this stagnant water that has a layer of oil. But there's also additionally something else you need to take note of. Remember where mosquitoes will lay their eggs? Only in stagnant water. Yes or no? Yes, right. Only in stagnant water. So if the mosquito fly to this puddle of water with a layer of oil on top of it, do you think the mosquitoes will lay eggs there? No. So it will actually reduce breeding, okay, in two ways. Number one, we talk about, okay, mosquitoes won't lay eggs there. Number one, even if they have already laid the eggs there, after we put a layer of oil, okay, whatever that hatches can no longer survive. Okay, right. So are you okay with this, everybody? Yeah, even if let's say they do survive, they can't fly out, ma. So even if the oil was placed on the water when the mosquito is just turning into the adult stage, okay, it can't fly out of the water body. So you need to understand this part. Any question here? You just shake your head if you don't have question. Don't have a good. So this is one thing you probably need to take note of. Many of you wouldn't be writing the laying of eggs. I will suggest you all write both if you are asked this year. Now, malaria is a disease spread by mosquito A. Children infected with malaria found to be bitten more often by A. So Joelle wanted to find out if children infected with malaria are more attractive to the mosquito A because of the certain smell they release, okay? So he set up this experiment. There are 20 of the mosquito A in box P. Okay, so there's a white shirt worn by the child infected with malaria. Okay, so he actually hang up this t-shirt, right? Very well. Okay, so these black dots are the mosquito A. Joel counted the number of times mosquitoes landed on the shirt for 3 minutes. He repeated the experiment using another shirt worn by an uninfected child. Okay, so the child is healthy, no malaria. Okay, so this child's t-shirt is being hung inside box Q. Now state a hypothesis on how the smell on a shirt affects its attractiveness to mosquito A. You might have your own way of writing so long as it's similar, okay, a prediction that you're making. Now, like mosquito A will be attracted to a shirt if it has the smell released by malaria-infected children. Okay, so this is a possible way of writing. Let me see what did you all write. Okay. There will be more. there will be more mosquitoes on a shirt with a stronger smell. With a stronger smell, what stronger smell? So Chloe, be very careful when I see your answer there, right? Okay, you say that shirt with a stronger smell. What kind of smell are we talking about? Also, you have to indicate what kind of smell. Okay, must be the smell released by what? Okay, malaria infected children. Okay, so something like that you've got to be very careful about. Next, go on, Rachel is here. 30 students in now. Joel used a white shirt instead of a black one. Do you think using a white shirt will allow him to obtain more accurate results? What is the color of mosquito? You have to start thinking. It is black, right? So if it's black in color and then the t-shirt is black, do you think it is going to be easy for Joel to count the number of mosquitoes on the shirt? No, that will be very difficult. Yeah, good. Abram and Giselle. Yeah, thank you for responding. Now, white shirt will allow Joel to be able to see the mosquitoes clearly and count them accurately. Okay, so you see the answers here, right? Actually provided some strong words to actually suggest that, okay, because of white shirt, this is going to make the experiment very accurate because clearly and count well, okay? So using a black shirt would decrease his visibility of the mosquitoes. Then, okay, the mosquitoes can be camouflaged so he cannot count properly. So something like that, right along that line. Okay, next. Joel recorded his results in the table. So number of times the mosquito landed, okay, on the shirt in the first box compared to the second box is actually indicated here. So it's very obvious, right? So there are more mosquitoes that will land on the shirt or go to the child with, malaria. So scientists are able to store this smell, okay, produced by infected people in a container. So scientists know that they can store it in a container. So you have to suggest how Joel could use this smell and his results to reduce the number of bites on people. Okay, so this is a suggestion. Suggestion means what? Remember, a suggestion means there could be many possible answers. Okay, so one answer here, since mosquitoes are attracted to the smell produced by infected people, okay, then the container which stores this smell can actually be used to attract and trap mosquitoes. So you have lesser mosquitoes in the environment, correct? So less mosquitoes means there will be fewer bites on people because you are going to reduce the number of bites on people. Okay, it's not like to wipe out the entire population of mosquitoes, right? That's not going to happen. So you just answer accordingly. Any suggestion that is good, that is possible, will be accepted. Clear? Okay, any other answers that you possibly can write down? If you have, you can type it in. I will read later and then I'll give you comments. Okay, if you have any other comments on this, right, or any other answers you want to check with me, whether it is going to be accepted, you type into the chat. Okay, so suggest means there are many possible answers. Okay, and they will accept anyone that is workable. Now, this is 2019 question 30. Okay, these are the wings of a butterfly S having the upper side and undersides. Okay, so what's the meaning of upper side, underside? You can see clearly in the diagram. So each side can be dull or bright red in color. Sally observed 50 butterflies S for each type of wing color. So the wing color is actually classified as K, L, M, N. So what are they? So K is the dull upper, bright under. L is dull upper, dull under. So L is like totally a very dull looking butterfly. Okay. Whereas M is a super good looking, attractive butterfly, right? Because it's very, very bright upper and under. Whereas for N, okay, it is bright on the upper side, dull on the underside. So she counted the number of butterflies that attracted a male based on their colored wings. So Xiao Li thinks that the wing color of the upper side would affect the ability of the butterfly S to attract a male. Which two types of wing color, KLMN, did she use to arrive at this conclusion? Explain your answer. Okay, so you're supposed to choose and compare, right? So if you choose K and M, okay, K and M. So K and M, both are bright on the underside, but then one is dull and the other is bright on the upper side. So you have something that is different for the upper side, right? So you are looking at this here, okay, comparing the wing colors K and M. M that has a bright upper side showed a higher number of butterflies. They attracted a male. So that is how she came to the conclusion. Okay, so she chose this two, and then this is what she did. So you can also choose another pair of colors, which is L and N. Okay, L and N. So similar reasoning. If you write this down, you will get the marks. Let's go on. Now, the larva of butterfly S eats only the leaves of a plant which are poisonous. This poison does not affect the larva, but is harmful to other organisms. Explain how the ability of the larva to eat poisonous plant impacts the survival of S. Okay, so this is going to actually cause less competition. So the population of S, right, is going to increase. So what kind of question is this classified under? This kind of question is classified under what? We did discuss this before, right, in our tutorial. Okay, what kind of question is this? What are they testing you on? When you talk about survival, when you talk about ability to eat something that something else cannot, it's actually under adaptation. Do you all know this? Did we discuss a question that is similar before? Yes, in our tutorial we did, if you recall. Okay, so it's the ability to eat something, right? And then other organisms eat that something will die, but this organism is special. It is able to survive even on the poisonous leaves, poisonous food. So more likely to survive, okay, and grow into butterfly S, or you can even write down something else. Okay, so other organisms, this is a possible one. Other organisms that eat the larva will actually die because of poisoning, because the larva contains some poison in it. Okay, so somebody spoke. Ping Yi, is it? Ping Yi, you wanted to ask me something? No, accidentally unmuted, is it? Okay, sure. Right, so any question here? If don't have, we have to go on. Any question here? Yes or no? Julius, do you want me to rename for you? I think I need to rename for you, right? Please, I called the wrong name again. What is this name? One more time. Suddenly, this didn't work. Okay, so next. So let's look at these particular question. 2018 Aedes mosquito question again. Now, Aedes mosquito spreads dengue fever in humans. In country X, the number of cases of dengue fever is affected by the amount of rainfall. Same for Singapore. When there's a lot of rain, very soon you will find that there will be newspaper reports talking about more dengue cases, right? Okay, so study the graph over here and then use the information to answer the questions. State the relationship between the amount of rainfall and number of dengue cases from March to August. Explain why this relationship is observed. So if you look at the graph, okay, so from January all the way to December, right? They want you to focus the March to August. Okay, so if you look here, number of dengue cases March to August, okay, is in this kind of increasing trend. Okay, the rainfall is also quite a lot during this entire period. So it peaked, right, at August period here. But the peak for dengue is in September, right? How come there's a slight delay? How come there's so much rain in August, right? But then you only get the peak of the dengue